Next, I would like to ask Council Member or Mayor Pro Tem Cohen Morris to come up to the podium and present our Doraville Difference Maker recognition.
Good evening, everyone. I'm super excited to be giving this Doraville Difference Maker Award. I really feel like they had to go together because the work that Dr. Dolores Paschall and Miss Denise Quintana at Oak Cliff Elementary School do. Really, I feel like the success of the school kind of, obviously it takes the whole entire faculty and the families, but the work of these two women in our community is really, in some ways, like goes beyond compare. I was a DeKalb school educator for a couple years. And the first time I walked into Oak Cliff Elementary School, it was actually a couple weeks after I'd visited the museum school, which was, the celebrated charter school and all this creative, like project-based learning. And they're like, yeah, we just can't figure out how to like get more diversity or socioeconomic diversity. And I was like, well, should work hard at that. I go over to Oak Cliff Elementary and it was that same like celebrated project-based learning and environment where teachers are thriving and kids are thriving and families are engaged. That was happening. And I didn't feel like it was getting, the recognition that they really deserved, and, wrote about how wonderful Oak Cliff was. Miss Quintana came on a little bit later, but when I tell you at this school, my daughter went there for pre-K, kindergarten, first grade. Every day felt like a party. She'd walk up, people were cheering every day. They would have dance parties in the hall on Friday. Just everything. My daughter would she still's like, oh, Oak Cliff, it's my favorite. But it really, the place wouldn't be the place that it is without the leadership of Dr. Paschall and her support and love for her staff and the students and the family, and her empowering of staff like Miss Quintana, and saying, hey, you have an idea, go with it. If it's going to help our kids, like do it. And so that leadership really, I know that I'm not like super old, but I've, taught for, I taught for 10 years and now I'm working with a lot of different leaders all over. And I really have very rarely seen the kind of leadership that Dr. Paschall possesses. And just your love and trust of your staff and your ability to hire staff, to retain staff, to make kids feel like they really are a superstar every day when they walk into the school I just have never seen anything like that. And I just really want to thank you, Dr. Paschall, for all your work in that. So that's my first Doraville Difference Maker Award. And let me talk a little bit about Miss Quintana. And really, like, there's just not a lot, like, there's so much I could say, and I don't think any of the words are going to be adequate. I wrote down half a page of like all the events that Denise has put together for the students, book drives, the clothes closet, the turkey drive, the coat and clothes drive. During the middle of COVID, she was out there at a student's house, like distributing food and necessities to people, like during the fall of 2020, when, a lot of people didn't feel like they could do that safely. Like Denise just said, I'm just going to do it. And I have to believe she had the support of her leadership and administration to be able to do those things. Trunk or treat, Red Ribbon Week, the Facebook page is always updated and promoting city events and promoting Oak Cliff events, doing special things for the teachers. And I know that this is, the collaboration. I don't know all of the, okay, well, it was her for this one and Dr. Paschall for this one, but the synergy there that is happening because of the presence of Miss Quintana, like a school counselor, social worker, like everything. You wear so many hats, and your love for the community and your ability to go out and get community partners and get them excited about the work that you guys are doing at Oak Cliff. This isn't manufactured excitement. I really am like this whenever I talk about the work that you guys are doing. And, I just really can't thank you from the bottom of my heart enough for what both of you do, what you do, Miss Quintana. If every school had a principal like Dr. Paschall, and if every school had someone like Miss Quintana that were there as the backbone, I mean, our education system would not get the complaints that it does. And you'd see even more kids coming out of school ready to go to middle school. I could go on and on, but I just thank you so much for the difference that you make in Doraville residents and the kids' lives every single day. Thank you.
Dr. Paschall, why don't we start with you and then we'll let Ms. Quintana speak.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Excuse me. I have been under the weather, so I'm going to try to get through this quickly. I first want to thank everyone for even recognizing our school and the work that we do for our students and their families. This is such an honor because I've been at Oak Cliff for 8 years, and to be recognized in this manner shows that we're doing something right. And Rebecca said it the best. I can't do this by myself. It's definitely the synergy of the people I've brought on board, the families that support me throughout every endeavor. Just the actual energy that we bring to the school every single day is what accomplishes this goal of having our students give them what they need, educationally, physically, socially, emotionally. We just do it. It's just in our nature to do it. And one of the things when I did want to make sure I say is that as an educator, if you're not making a difference, you don't need to be an educator. So for you guys to have this award as difference makers, it warms my heart to know that it's being recognized as us making a difference, because that's the goal as an educator. This is my 24th year in education, and I have my family and friends watching, and it's an honor for you guys to say what you said today about us. And Ms. Quintana, I'm not there to give you a high five, but this work cannot be done without you. And I thank you for what you brought to my school so that we can do this together. So it's our school, and just what we can do for the community. And so Doraville, I appreciate you. I can do whatever you need for us to support you, because you guys have been there for us. We are here for you as well. So we enter to learn and we exit to serve, and I appreciate you.
Thank you. Ms. Quintana?
I just want to tell you all thank you so much for being my family. You all don't understand how much Doraville means to me. 5 years ago, I came here from Texas, and I'm not going to lie, I felt really lost. Being born and raised in a small town, I was expected to live and die there. And when I first started at Oak Cliff, I felt extremely lost. But I soon realized that there was actually an army behind me, and I'm looking at them right now. Anytime that I have an idea or a vision, I can call on my friends, and my friends are here in Doraville. So we are the army to make the difference for our students. Many times when we think of education, we think of the academics, but it's really more than that. It's about how do we help our students socially, emotionally, financially, and how do we bring them back into the city so that they can go ahead and be productive individuals. And I can honestly look at every single one of you all and say, we've partnered in something. And how is that possible? It's because you guys pick up my phone call and say, yes, Ms. Quintana, let's do it 110%. So as I get this award, I really want everybody to know that Doraville is a very special place. And I really, truly feel that it was my calling to leave my hometown, Texas. And you know, I'm a huge Texas fan. I was rooting for the Astros. Sorry, Braves. But I can honestly say that Doraville is home. And I would love to stay here forever, because again, it's somewhere that I want to live and die for. So thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.